Dang, that 10 minutes went quick. But anyway, like I was saying in that last video, the guy who videotaped my F-18, Randy, he did an awesome job. I mean, that's one of the better jet flying videos I've seen on YouTube. He wasn't real shaky. He stayed on the jet. But I got him coming out to do our videotaping tomorrow. I'm going to try and stick the Bobo cam on something. I was thinking about just taking some tape and putting it on the bottom of that F4 at kind of an angle, like so it'll get more of the ground. Because we had it in Mark's F-16, and it ended up being a long video because I wasn't able to load it. I tried 2 or 3 times. But it was, you know, through the start process and all that, then that long taxiway. And it was, you know, then I didn't turn it off till we got all the way back there. And it ended up being a super long video, like 20, 30 minutes. So I tried to load it 2 or 3 times, but it wouldn't take. But, you know, YouTube's been having their problems this week, so I don't know. You know, but we're going to try it again and get the Bobo cam out. Okay, now let's sit down and have our cup of coffee. What else we got to talk about? Welcome Tex to the show. And man, I've had that idea about vertical takeoffs using chopper blades. And I think it would work. You know, I've had that idea. But I got so many projects going that I just ain't got time to mess with nothing like that. But what else we got? Oh, this is my overflow tank right here. So we got that long old taxiway at the airport there, Wellington Airport. So when I'm filling my jet up, I hook this to the vent on the bottom, and when all the tanks are full, it starts filling this, right? Well, I set this on my wing. I put this fuel tubing on there so it won't mark it up. And so when I start my turbine and go down that long taxi, see, then I'll go ahead and just fill this half full. And when I'm going down that long taxiway, I'm actually running off of this fuel, because with them P200s in them jets, I gotta watch my fuel. You know, because I'm going to start out with 4-minute flights and land. You know, we got a stopwatch. And I'm going to start out with 4-minute flights. You know, the first couple flights you want to make kind of short anyway, and make sure everything's holding together good. And then I could time it. Then I'll see how much fuel I have left when I land. And, you know, go up from there. But you always want to make sure you have plenty of fuel when you land. You know what they say about jets? The only time you have too much fuel is when you're on fire. I guess I should have set the Bobo timer. There we go. Tick, tick, this sounds like a bomb. Should have set the Bobo timer on that last video. What else we got to talk about, people? I'm just going to sit here. Yeah, I had to spend a little quality time with the wife, you know. She lets me get away with a lot. I sit out here in this shop for hours and hours and hours. And she wanted me to go help her do some stuff. So I had to spend a little time with the wifey. And then I wanted to do a little work to that F-16. Got all the missiles off there. This will clean it up. You know, my buddy Mark, he on his F-16, what he did is he's left all his hard ports on there, his hard points, and he just puts his bombs on with Velcro. And that way he ain't flying with them all, and I think that might be a good idea. You know, man, it's just all of that, them things ain't real light, you know, and it's all behind the CG, and that just makes it where you got to dump a bunch of lead in the nose, and then the front tire squats. And when I tried to fly it before, it had kind of a nose down attitude. Well, what that does is then the wings act like spoilers. It pushes you down to the runway. And I know that's what happened. Because, man, that P200, that thing was going down that runway at 100 miles an hour. Then it hit the end, and I was full up, and nothing was happening. And I think that was the problem. It just had too much weight, too much lead in the nose. I think just moving that nose gear just a little bit like I did, that popped that thing right up. I don't think it'll do fine tomorrow, but we'll all see. But I got Randy going to do the videotaping. He's going to get everything. We're going to make a bunch of movies tomorrow, people, and I'm going to load them all. And get some good jet flying videos on there. And let's see, what else? I had a couple of people asking me about getting into RC, what planes they should buy. You know. Oh, okay, I know a guy. Oh, he asked me, he's been practicing on that Real Flight Simulator. And he wanted to know if I think he can just go straight to a helicopter, you know, because he's been getting good on the real flight. And I think once you get good on that Real Flight Simulator, you can go out and fly. But I would still get some help, especially if you got an expensive helicopter. You know, go to the model club in your town, or, you know, get a hold of the hobby shop and find out someone who knows how to fly choppers, just to be on the safe side. But anyone that was wanting to fly an airplane, I highly suggest them Real Flight Simulators. You know, because, you know, when I was learning, they didn't even have buddy cords. I mean, you had to physically hand a radio to somebody. And, you know, I tore up my first 2 airplanes, but the third one lasted me a long time. Nowadays, they got the trainer cords, where, you know, they patch 2 radios together, and the guy that's teaching you has control. All he's got to do is let go of this switch, and he's got control of the plane. But I know people that's learned on that Real Flight Simulator, and man, they was soloing first day out, you know, and that's definitely the way to go. If you cannot afford that, if you know, it's going to cost you $300 for a trainer and radio, and you pretty much get everything you need for about $300. That's a decent trainer, not a foamy, you know. And you know, get on a buddy cord with someone. You know, check your local hobby shops, your local clubs, and there's people out there. They usually have like Wednesday evenings as trainer night. That's what they do around here. Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday's race night out at Afton. That's where we usually fly. We'll go out there probably next time. I'll show you our local flying field. That's an awesome place. I love Lake Afton. But El Dorado, or where we're going tomorrow, is just Wellington. That's a town about 20 miles south of here. They don't get much air traffic. They don't care if we come out. The bad thing is, you know, I like to, a lot of people, you know, talk and joke and have fun, and, you know, it's just not a local flying field. You know, they don't care. We can go out there anytime we want. We just got to let them know we're coming out. Then someone's got to have the radio to, if any planes are coming in, we got to clear the sky. But they let us know with plenty of time in advance. When Rick Tressell, he knows them all out there real good, they give him the radio, and he can listen for the incoming traffic and stuff like that. And it's a good place to go test fly jets. You know, got that whole airport, ain't nothing around for miles, man. It's just all flat, and good place to test fly jets. But our local flying field out at Afton, it's actually a county park. And they put us in a runway and everything. I mean, it's a really nice facility, and it ain't club owned. It's open to the public. Anyone that goes there that has AMA can go there and fly. And I love it. It's a really nice field. I'll show that to you next time we go out. But you guys know I ain't got a lot of flying in lately. Last summer I worked on this bomber every day, every night, every weekend, and I only went flying a couple times.